Hi, I'm Joe Bear Jr. with First Integrity Mortgage, and I'm the CEO. And I've got Tim with me here today.
Hi, and I'm Tim Whitmire. I'm with First Integrity Mortgage, and I'm a sales development manager.
So we wanted to talk about, how much money you should put for down payment. And it's like, the joke of, hey, the millennials are living in their parents' basement, and it's like, oh, that's the reason home ownership, and they're just sticking around, and parents can't get them out of the house. Well, maybe the parents can't get them out of the house because they've told them for I don't know how many decades that they have to have 20% to put into a house to buy a house, or their grandparents told them that. Like, hey, stop blaming them. Maybe you give them wrong information, and they feel like they have to live in the damn basement. I don't know. Maybe that's me.
That's hilarious. And make a 20% down payment on a price of a house today versus what the price of the house was 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Right.
So yeah, no, I totally get it. And it's unbelievable, the programs that are out there. So you do not need to make a 20% down payment.
Right.
Should you? Could you? Or can you? Maybe, maybe not. It totally depends on your financial situation.
Well, and that's one of those things where you need to have a group of experts that you work with to give you the right information so you can make an informed decision, right? So it's not just us as the lender that they should be talking to.
Exactly. Like you talk to us, talk to your financial advisor, talk to your parents, talk to your friends.
Yeah.
But learn your options. And that's what we're all about doing here.
Right.
Like when we sit down with you, we're going to put together all the different options. I'll show you what it looks like if you make 20% down payment.
Right.
If that's what you ultimately choose, great.
Yeah.
But when I show you your other options,
yeah,
you may actually want to consider other options. Because the question is, do you want to use your last dollar to make the 20% down payment and have nothing left over? Or is
that's
it more
something
beneficial?
I just don't. Sorry, but I don't, you should, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, but never use your last down payment, last dollar for down payment. Never.
Right. No, I couldn't agree more, because you're owning a house now. And with ownership comes maintenance.
Yes.
And there's going to be problems. Inevitably, something's going to pop up and you're going to need cash for that.
Right.
And now what are you going to do? So I feel like it's so much safer as actually keeping money left over.
Yeah.
Still make your down payment, but try to figure out where that balance is. Because
when we're looking at it too, from an underwriting perspective, meaning we're actually saying yes or no, you qualify for this loan or you don't, or what product you qualify for, or what does interest rate pricing look at? If you don't have cash reserves, you don't always get the best deal too.
That's 100% right. And I feel like people had this goal of making a 20% down payment, one, because their parents are telling them that, which sure makes sense, but also they're doing it to avoid PMI, private mortgage insurance.
Yeah. And
what I feel like a lot of people don't realize is that PMI can be affordable.
Sure.
You make a 5% or a 3% down payment, it's going to be higher.
Right.
But if you're in a position where you feel like you can make a 20% down payment, well, if you actually make a 10% down payment instead, you may be surprised of how low PMI actually is.
Well, is this where we should apologize to all of our friends in the mortgage insurance business right now? But here's the reality. The thought process behind not paying mortgage insurance makes sense from the standpoint of philosophically, right? Mortgage insurance is not an insurance for you as the homeowner. It's basically an insurance for the bank. I mean, they're hedging their bet against you that you're going to default, and here they've got this insurance to cover the gap if you do. But, that doesn't mean it's always bad. To your point, and it's different. When I first started, mortgage insurance pricing was through the roof. And we've got a great product called PowerPlus where you can use to avoid mortgage insurance altogether, avoid jumbo requirements, avoid increased jumbo pricing on rates. And when I first started, PowerPlus was huge because mortgage insurance pricing was so significant that but there was still another option to buy a house with less than 20% down.
And that's what it's all about. That's why private mortgage insurance exists, is to give you the ability to buy a home with less than 20% down. But what can be eye-opening for buyers a lot of times is I'll show them the option with the 20% down payment, because that's what a lot of times they're asking for.
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, here, if you do 10% down, now your loan amount is $20,000 higher. But people are so surprised when they see there's not a big difference in payment. Yeah. Because $10,000 in extra down payment might only save you $50, $60 a month.
Right.
And $10,000 for $60 a month. Yeah. So now it's like a balancing act. It's like, okay, what's more important to you?
Right.
Is it more important to you to make the bigger down payment to lower your monthly payment?
Right.
Or is it more important to you, maybe you can afford a payment that's $100 higher,
Yeah.
but now have cash left over?
Well,
So it's no one size fits all. It's just a matter of what's good for you.
and if you're able to live in your parents' basement and it's really nice and you can save some cash and you're doing it and you feel comfortable and you're trying to hit a goal, great. But if you're living in an apartment or a house that you're paying rent on,
Oh my gosh.
and that extra 5-10% is $10, $20, $30 a month,
It's going to take a long time.
$50 a month, it's going to take you forever to save for it. And you're basically paying for that landlord to make money and build some wealth because they're gaining equity every single month. So that $50, $60 you're saving every month is going to somebody else. And instead you could be putting it into a house and gaining equity on it and building up your principal. And then, hey, here we talk about generational wealth where you can actually have something to either buy another house or pass down to your family. Come on.
Maybe they're the ones telling people they need 20%.
Yeah, it's the landlords. You're right. Yeah. The
Now we
landlords are
know.
like, yeah,
Now
right.
we
Like,
know.
hey guys, I want you to live here. Great deal. I got a great deal for you. While you save up that 20%. Yeah.
Stay as long as you would like.
Right. Yeah.
But the other part of it too is if you're taking a year or 2 or 3 years to save additional down payment,
Yeah.
well, guess what? Now you miss out on all the equity you could have gained
Right.
if you owned the house
Yeah.
just from market appreciation,
Right.
let alone paying your mortgage down by making your payments every single month.
Right. Yeah.
So the longer that a person waits,
Yeah.
the more costly it's going to be for them down the road.
It
So
should be one of those things where it's almost as simple as, are you capable of being a responsible homeowner with a budget in mind that you can afford the payment even if something happens? And if that's the question, who cares what the down payment is?
sure. Yeah. If you're prepared for it.
If you're prepared for it.
Right. So that's a very good question. But, I get it. I mean, there's also, you're buying your first home,
Yeah, there's stress.
fear.
Yeah.
But you're paying for housing regardless.
Right.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, you're
for
paying
housing.
somebody's mortgage.
Exactly. So might as well
Whether
be
it's
your own.
yours or the
Right.
landlord's, you're paying
Right.
it. Right. I feel like I need to thank our sponsors, Ice Mountain, today because they're positioned so wonderfully next to our First Integrity Cups. All kidding. No, Ice Mountain is not a sponsor, but hey, if they think this video is great, maybe they want to be, right?
There we go.
Yeah. So you guys, if you have questions about down payments, please give us a call. Either one of us, me, Tim, call the office, send us an email, reach out, send us a message. But don't just make an assumption that you can't buy a house because most people are shocked at what they're capable of doing when we actually sit down, run some numbers, give them some options.
And that's the thing. There's no pressure. We'll give you
Right.
the information. You can make the decision.
Yeah.
But information's huge. So call us. We'll gladly lay everything out for you.
Yep.
And there's no pressure. Like we give you the information, and if it's something you feel you're ready to do, we're happy to help. Or if you want to wait a year or two, we can help you
With a plan.
with a plan to be in the best position at that time too.
For sure. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.